peeps? This is Edo here for another Let's Play of Phoenix Wright. Justice for All. Here with me is Nightshade. Nightshade?
My throat has recovered.
I hope mine has too. We took a little bit of a break from our last recording for this game, so we're now going to finally continue. I'm assuming we're on this one. Yeah, we're in trial. So, let us begin.
Or resume.
Ah, this is where we were. We were in the testimony.
We were right in the middle of a witness testimony, which was about the proposal.
Alright, well, I guess you'll have to read this again. I don't know if you've already read it or not, but we might.
I'm probably sure I did not in any way. Context is always important, so anyway.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Oh boy, already. You are going to propose? You? A puppet?
Don't be so obtuse! Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love!
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her. Whoa,
Judge,
hold
no,
on here.
No,
hold on.
no,
We're not starting this. We're starting this on a bad thing here. Bad.
Not again?
Now I remember why. Now I remember why. Oh boy.
Exactly.
His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. Huh. What was with that sigh at the end?
Cross-examination about the proposal.
I'm trying to remember my buttons here. By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina?
Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it. That's the truth.
What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's jokes has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francesca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. I feel like I know what my title's gonna be called.
That was fast.
It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed. Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please have revised their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially if you're a man in a black bathrobe. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina.
So I mean, I guess I keep pressing. An engagement ring?
Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina is going to love it.
It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Whose pocket was the ring in?
Mine, of course! What a stupid question! You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off?
I'm sorry. Really.
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who shall be apologizing.
No, my face.
Really?
No, that was not new.
So you went to the lodging house to give it to her?
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that hoppity snob kept getting in the way.
Hoppity snob? He couldn't be possibly talking about me, Maximilian Galactica! When I get a hold of him, I'm going to saw his wood block in half, and not with magic.
Well, they always say that love creates rivalries.
So what about this present?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a flaw here. So you are still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give it up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck! The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. So, we obviously need to present... Hold on.
I mean, it's an easy one to basically prove wrong.
It's the ring.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember my buttons here. Trilo, do you mind if I show you something?
What is it?
What are you talking about?
Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
That's mine! Give it back! Teeth! Teeth!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here?
Yeah!
I just like that it explodes.
What's going on here?
That's... Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo.
I found this in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault?
That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him!
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoid slandering innocent fiats in my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things?
Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night. The night of the crime.
Ooh. What did you just say? Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Ah! Kiki!
Ah, yeah! Oh! Even when in danger, my voice is kind of weird.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Triloquist.
Well, it's supposed to be Trilo Crisp. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo?
Are you trying to get me started? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow, luffy fool Carl Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be?
I mean, both are kind of important, but...
It's the testimony has a flaw. There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
Very interesting, Mr. Wright.
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that Dorkfist in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly what you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times, you'll think you know my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it will change some more. Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah! Yeah!
Here we go again. Witness testimony witnessing Max.
Okay.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. He said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. Oh wait, I said good evening.
Yep.
I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that the money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him?
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'll say about 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punch.
I suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Oh boy, here
Cross-examination witnessing Max. Are you having fun yet?
So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting bad, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something will have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night?
Of course that's where I saw it coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just at 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that first. Yo! I'm not good at that! It was 10:10 p.m.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night?
You must enjoy asking incredibly...
Let me try this again.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, and you say good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'll say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist's act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You shall know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. It's his evening greeting. Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why will it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! That hurt! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
You kinda did.
There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world. But I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said.
I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could have been any more confident than that, right? Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now.
Oh gosh.
CLOAK!
CLOAK!
White roses!
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shining out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree. But do we have the proof to make something stick? all we can do is try, right, Nick? We've gotta have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. So... I need to look at the presents real quick.
Little reminder of what we got.
Hold on. Okay, and then...
Do you need reminders of context? Because I can see some evidence I might be lacking context.
No, I kind of remember a bunch of things, so...
Don't leave me hanging here.
Well, because, remember, there was... Wasn't there an altercation between
Yes.
Max and what would have been Ben, basically? Well, would it have been
Yeah.
both Ben and Trillo, but
Let's
that-
just say Ben Trillo.
that would have been the bottle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he bought... Okay, so this is... But, hold on, let me go back. It's where I have to put it. No. It would have to be this, because of their altercation, why would he even say good evening to him? That makes no sense. If anything, they would be not in good terms. So it's like I'm remembering some of my stuff. It's just trying to refresh my brain. Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head.
Ah!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
For what? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Cush. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
Well, I mean, it can't be no one, and it has to be a different person. We just don't know who it is because, once again, just because he saw the thing doesn't mean he saw the person's face.
Technically,
It is my... What?
So, sorry, just letting voices like. I think we know who it is. It's just that it's been so long you might not remember.
Okay. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Bitch.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to censor that.
Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You...
Will the defense kindly explain who it was Chilo saw that...
Okay, do I have pictures?
Yeah,
it's gonna be
profiles.
profiles, okay. It has to be him. Because it's Regina's father.
But do you remember why?
That I don't, but it has to be him. It wouldn't, he would not give any care about Mo. And it couldn't have been Regina either, because then, you know what I mean? It makes no sense to put Regina in that spot. Obviously, he's saying it's Max. The process of elimination, it has to be Barry. It has to be Russell. Button. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there is only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina.
Oh,
if it was
boy.
Regina, Trilla would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. Good girl. Get a treat. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilla. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Yeah.
Order. How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
I think it is high time that we cleared the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols?
Oh, this is getting old. Come on, man. You've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ah!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and Wright roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else, dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What?
Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but...
Bored.
Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. What? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
Oh, boy.
Finally, I gotta get some break.
All right.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It kind of refreshed my brain a bit as to what we do. And it probably helped that we really haven't had many witness or people we've encountered, so it was pretty easy to process elimination with that. But yeah, we still got to figure out who it really was. That's obviously it's not Max. Someone's dressed up as him, and then who this new witness is. So we'll see.
I mean, we probably know who it is.
Yeah, but it's still it's a new witness that hasn't been into our trial yet. So it's who's it gonna be? And yeah. So this was Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, with me and Nightshade.
I get to have a little break.
Yep. And with that, we are out of here.